start, Lord, please work through me, bring you glory today. Amen. So, the holiday season is here. And with only 20 days until Christmas, how is everybody? So, if you can say that everything's going your way and it's real smooth, then that's great for you. But maybe others can't say that, seeing as the pressure really amps up this time of year, and things seem to move real quick. And this creates a feeling that I'm sure we're all pretty familiar with: stress. Everybody here can relate to stress, and I bet everybody can name right off the bat at least one thing that stresses them out, whether it's school or friends or making teams or getting sick or whatever it is. But let's take a look at our New Testament passage. So you have the disciples in a tiny little boat on the Sea of Galilee in a storm. Now, I don't know about you, but my family owns a boat, and we've been through some pretty big waves, and it's pretty scary. But so while the disciples in the boat are being pitched to and fro, Jesus is asleep in the back of the boat. So the disciples decide, all right, we're going to wake up Jesus. So they wake up Jesus, and the first thing out of Jesus' mouth is, "Where is your faith?" And then he calms the storm and shows them that they should trust in God and in him. So, like those disciples, we're all going through our own personal storms, which seem real big and important to us. So maybe it's the big test on Monday, the date on Friday, or the next big trial. But whatever it is, we have to remember that God is in ultimate control. We also have to remember that God doesn't always do things in the way we expect or on our schedule. For example, here's a story that I've heard. So a man lives next to a river and he's watching TV, and a warning comes up that says a flood is coming, and it asks everyone to evacuate. The guy says, "Nah, I'm not going to evacuate. God will save me." Well, here comes the flood. The guy gets up on his roof, and a boat goes by, and they say, "Hop on, we'll bring you to safety." The guy says, "Nah, it's okay. God will save me." So the water gets higher, and now it's too dangerous for boats. And a helicopter sees the guy, flies over, drops down a ladder, and says, "Hop on, we'll bring you to safety." The guy says, "Nah, that's okay. God will save me." Well, the water gets higher, the guy gets swept off his house, and he dies. And he goes to heaven, and when he sees Jesus, he asks Jesus, "Jesus, why didn't you save me?" And Jesus says, "Well, I sent you a warning, I sent you a boat, and I sent you a helicopter. What more are you looking for?" But we just have to remember that we do have to plan, and that when we ask God for help and seek his will through praying, that he'll help us push through our challenges. And he can do that lots of different ways. He can do that through the obvious miracle, or maybe other opportunities that arise, or a new person to show us the way. It could even be new friends that hang out with you, or maybe a parent giving you advice. But this month, things get especially crazy and stressful with all the holidays. But through all this mayhem, we just have to remember that God is in ultimate control and can calm our storms or lead us to safe harbor through the people and the gifts that God has given us. So, through each of our storms, we need to seek him out by praying, being open to the people that he puts in our lives, and being open to the possibility that our plans and God's just may not line up. Amen.